It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a box opening. Welcome to Simple Run and another box opening. This time, the P500a DRGB. This is also the white version, so it'll be the first white case I've actually ever purchased. I also don't have any plans for a project yet on this, so if you have any ideas, comment below. And for that, let's open this box. Now, for those of you who watched the P400a, you can tell that this one's already, well, packaged a little better than that one. Not a whole lot better. You've replaced styrofoam with some foam, and you also have a bag around the case. So let's go ahead and pop these sides off. And it's open on the bottom side. Let's flip it up. Get this off. Now that is clean. It's also noticeably larger. So again, you've got the magnetic top, which it looks like you can fit possibly 3 120s up here. Maybe not, maybe just 2 120s or 2 140s. There's quite a bit more room. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. You could fit 3 120s up there. Again, you have the mesh front. This one's got a nice indent in it, which makes it a lot firmer than the P400a. So bring it around to the side. And notice you don't have the screws on the 4 corners like you do on the P400a. Question is, so it's just magnetic and hinges open. It's really nice, which you got your goodies right there in the opening. So you've got a little instruction. One of my favorite things about the Shift X, and now I'll have 2 sets, is a nice little box of screws they send with you. It looks like a hard drive cage. I wonder if this is the motherboard bracket. And another hard drive cage. Okay, so one of those brackets was for your riser cable so that you can vertically mount your GPU right here, which is nice. And another thing that should have been included, but it might be something you order after the fact, is that you can put the second system right in the top of this system, which is pretty awesome for the price of this case. How often that's going to get used, I'm not sure. The way processors are going, and well, hardware in general, I think we might see less and less people utilizing dual systems, but I think it'd still be fun to build one, especially when you get into doing 2 custom loops with it. Now, have heard some complaints about these. I think they look nice and they seem to move quite easily. And these are just the covers for your wires, so you can hide all your wire bundles when you run them through. So when you move them all back, you have access to all of these to run all of your wires through. You also have large openings up top to run them to either your top system or to run them to the top of your motherboard, which is also quite handy. And you have one down here. Let's see if I can kind of tilt it. You can kind of see it right there. And that'll bring your power cables up for your graphics card if you're vertically mounting it. And another thing is the front. See if it pops off like the other one does. Sure does. This feels a lot more sturdy. Another thing you can see is right here, and much easier on the front, are lights. And these are digital RGB Phanteks 140s, so considerable amount of cooling. Now the one thing, and I might try this out myself as well, is as you can see, the fans are behind your chassis. So when they're lighting up, you're going to see this chassis through your front mesh. Now from what I've seen, you're not able to place these on the outside, but I'm wondering if you could place 120s on the outside. Granted, it's not the same cooling. Maybe you can modify the case with a little bit of effort to actually get the 140s on the outside. Now, this is purely for aesthetic use, or if you're wanting to run your push-pull configuration if you're putting a radiator on the front. Very nice setup though. And pop right back into place. There we go. Now on the top, you have your power button, your USB, your mic and your headset, and then I believe these are both for the digital RGB. The P500a came with a controller built in that you manage from the buttons, and I believe this is the same setup. Now if you wanted to, you could hook them all to your motherboard and run them through whatever software that comes with your motherboard for managing that kind of thing. Alright, so the back of this. 3 setups for your SSDs, which is a decent amount of storage. You have your room down here for those 3.5 hard drive bays if you want to put those in. One thing I've really enjoyed with Phanteks, came in handy when I was building the Shift X, and I'm sure it will be in handy with this case and the P500a, are the use of their Velcro bundle straps. Very nice, and it eliminates the need for zip ties. Granted, zip ties give it a much cleaner look if you want to go through and manage that way. This is really set up in every which way you want to run your cables. And you have all your cables here for, well, it looks like your fans, your RGB, your SATA for your power, your USB hookup to the motherboard, your audio hookup to the motherboard, more RGB 3-pin. So, considerable amount of cables already. Now, man, you can manage to put another, 2 140s up top and a 120 in the back, or you could put 3 120s up here and another 120 in the back, so you can really add up the amount of fans you put into cooling this thing, which is real nice and just has a nice quality feel to it as well. I really like the white and the black mixed, would give a cool Stormtrooper theme, which is potentially what I might do. I don't know. We'll see what we come up with. I think that's it for this video, though. Short and sweet run through of the box opening of the P500a. P400a is currently getting painted with the Spider-Man theme, so I might do a comparison after that's all painted and put back together, just to kind of go through the differences of the two cases. Now, one of the big differences you're going to notice is a $40 price point. I think you can get the P400a RGB for $89.99, and this is $139. Granted, those are going to vary. I actually paid more for the P400a. I paid about the same for the two when it was all said and done. So, if your price doesn't matter, then you've got the smaller case or the larger case. This is new. They both instantly sell out when they come available, so really if you want one, you need to keep tabs on it and get it. If you like this video and you look forward to more projects, hit like and subscribe down below. Thank you.